Like them or loathe them, e-bikes are now huge, and most major manufacturers now have bikes that run at least partly on electricity. With that in mind, here are 5 of the most unique e-bikes from this year's Eurobike show. If a full suspension tandem wasn't already niche enough for you, then someone went and stuck a motor in one. Yes, the e-tandem from the slightly ironically named pedal power brand is actually a thing. Look closer and you'll find a spec list that resurrects parts we've not seen in over 5 years. Just imagine the look of hate you'd get as you whir past another rider on this elongated abomination, passing widely as your riding companion at the rear dips their head in shame. A looker it certainly is not, but the Delight GT Touring e-bike from Risa does deserve some credit, and it could even spell the way for commuters of the future. Full suspension combined with voluminous Schwalbe tyres should add up to enviable comfort, while Bosch's flagship CX motor cranks out a serious maximum torque figure of 75 Nm. That's genuinely more than some small cars can manage. The control unit at the heart of its handlebars can even be upgraded to provide satellite navigation. This bike's range can be doubled thanks to the option of an additional battery too, although that's a pretty expensive add-on to a bike that's already far from cheap. There's even an extra weird time trial style hydration system that places up to 2 water bottles within reach of the rider. Why? Why not? The delight of e-biking is no longer restricted to those old enough to appreciate it. That's thanks to the Turino OLeary Veto, an electric bike that shouldn't be out of reach for taller children. Rolling on 24-inch wheels, the Revido T240 isn't strictly a kid's bike. Rather, Turino OLeary states it's for those who prefer a smaller frame. Sitting somewhere between a hybrid and a mountain bike, it should be happy taking the rough with the smooth. Have you ever wondered what you'd get if you added a big, powerful motor to a downhill bike? German brand Wilde obviously did, as it's now the recipe for this bike, available now from the 2017 range. Badged the RG Plus Gravity Evo, it's a full-on downhill rig with 8 inches of suspension at each end and a World Cup ready spec sheet. The real story here though is what lies within the low-slung belly of this beast. Sandwiched between the cranks is a motor that pushes out a colossal 90 Nm of torque. Suddenly, a day of downhilling doesn't require an uplift, and pinging out of that berm with moto-like boost should become a whole lot easier too. There's a pretty good chance that this bike will be crashed a fair bit, and so Wilde's choice to use a small control unit and display rather than the large e-bike displays we often see is probably a wise one. Bionic On is a name synonymous with bikes that transform at the press of a button. This one, however, does nothing of the sort. The new for 2017 Engine 27.5 Plus packs 140mm of suspension travel at either end and, just as the name suggests, it uses Plus tyres and gets an integrated motor. Bionic On chose to build its frame around Shimano's E8000 motor, which allowed them to slam the rear end of its bike, offering what could be the shortest chainstays of any e-bike at the moment. Technology and designs are moving forward quickly in this segment, and it's bikes such as this one that are now leading the way. We can't wait to have a go on one.